Welcome back to the Two Blues podcast and to another live match reaction. And the Chelsea win did not look, for love nor money, did not look like we were going to get that over the line. But my God, did we just about. We huffed and we puffed. And it took a lot more than that to blow West Ham down today. Jesus Christ almighty. I think on the balance of it, on the balance of the game, deserved to win. On the balance of the game, I think if you think what's fair, a Chelsea win is fair. We deserved some big slices of luck in that second half. I think we deserved it from a lot of our hard work. But that is not to say that we performed well and were the better team in a lot of that game. A few Chelsea players, Cole Palmer has dug a few Chelsea players out of a hole there. Levi Colwill in particular did not cover himself in glory today. And if not for an unbelievable block from Tosin Adarabioyo in added time, Chelsea would not have walked away from that with all 3 points. But we'll get into it, man. Full live match reaction. As always, guys, as soon as the final whistle goes on a Chelsea game, give or take 5 minutes, I'm here doing my live match reaction. As you can see, we've tarted up the production on these streams a little bit. So you've got the Chelsea team ratings as per FOTMob on the left, and we will go through those one by one as we discuss a few individual performances tonight, including Jorgensen, who was obviously put in there instead of Sanchez. Didn't cover himself in glory today, but still far more confident, still far more secure with Jorgensen at the back. When the ball goes back to him, I mean, I'm clenching out a PTSD, but not because of Jorgensen. It's because of Sanchez. Jorgensen on the whole today, I think, dealt with everything that he could have. No way he could have got near the goal. So fair play. He keeps his place very easily for me, keeps his place against Brighton next week. It would take a lot, a big, well, not even a big mistake, a few big mistakes from Jorgensen for me to supersede him with Robert Sanchez, because I think the crimes that guy has committed, he will pay for his sins. He will pay one day. In his heart of hearts, he will pay. But for now, Jorgensen, look, not the long-term stretch, but he's 22 years old. And he put himself about, got in there early, didn't look particularly strong, but like I said, did more than enough for me today. And then at the back, we've got a full clean sweep, it looks like, on FOTMob there, team ratings. You know what? I used to prefer doing the team ratings or giving my take before I see it, but it's quite interesting doing the live reactions to the team ratings as well. Reece James, can't really fault that. I don't think he was as good as he has been in the last few games. But yeah, that stat that they put up in the first half, Reece James, 6th Premier League start of this campaign, more than all of last season. That was nuts. That was crazy to me. But having Reece James back, a little scare in the first half where he jarred that knee, but having him back fit and available is such a blessing and is such a bonus to this Chelsea squad. I mean, we saw Malo Gusto come on today for the first time in a long time and actually do quite well. I wasn't mad at Malo Gusto. I thought he worked hard. The role that Enzo Maresca has these right backs playing is not the role that suits Reece James and Malo Gusto doing the inverted position. They're very much, bombing wing backs down the flank, up and down. They like to get in amongst it, put balls in the box. That's where they both thrive. And I think we are seeing them slightly limited in this inverted role, but they both have more than enough quality to do it. I think two of them, up there with the best right backs in the Prem. I mean, Reece James, I think on his day is the best right back in the Prem, but Gusto, top 5 as well on his day. Proved that last season, was our most consistent defender last season. So I'm surprised that Maresca doesn't seem to like him and hasn't given him much game time this year, particularly in lieu of Reece James. He's opted for Disasi at right back at times when Gusto's been fit and available. But, it's one of them. It's good to see. I think he's not been written off by Maresca, and fingers crossed he can work his way back in. But good performance from Reece James today. And yeah, as we said, I'm not sure how Colwill has conned himself a green rating there. It's 7 point something, 7.2. All right, 7.2. He was all right, but he was putting himself about today. He was making some unnecessary fouls on Jared Bowen, and the 2 passes back that he made in the first half, not just the one for the goal. He made one before then where he got lucky. that Kudus cleared him out, because he made the pass before Kudus cleared him out, and it was a dreadful pass back. A couple of really ropey passes from Levi Colwill today. And before the game, when I saw the lineup, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I like Adarabioyo in there. I'd rather Chalobah. I mean, at the moment, it's looking like Chalobah on the left, Adarabioyo on the right. Give me all the experience I can get, man. I'm fed up of these 21-year-old centre-backs. I love Levi Colwill. I think he's future Chelsea captain, future England captain. Superb player. But my God, I mean, I've been defending him all this season, and he's been getting a lot of slack. And I think unfairly so. He hasn't been deserving of a lot of the slack. You know, big responsibility on his shoulders, not a consistent centre-back pairing. He's had a lot to deal with this season. So no doubt it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's not going to be an easy season for him. He's not going to come out of it looking like William Saliba, even though he's probably conceded a similar amount of goals. But Tosin Adarabioyo on the other side of that, a player that I was, you know, one of the first shorts I made about one of the first performances he dropped was a stinker. And I said, about Tosin Adarabioyo, toss him back to Fulham. Nah, man, keep this guy. Look, I always said with Tosin, it was a no-win, you know, it's a no-risk situation. We've bought in a player with Premier League experience, grew up at Man City, so you know he's got great footballing ability, great footballing talent. He's familiar with some of the boys. It was never going to hurt to have a bit of experience in there. That's what I've been calling for all year. And all January, I've been saying, if we're going to get someone in, it needs to be experienced. No more of these youth players. No more of these inexperienced 19-year-olds that we've just signed this another Matisse Amadou. Not what we need. Not what we need. Adarabioyo, look, I'm always hesitant. In today's market, you can spend 40, 50 mil on a centre-back and he'd be dog shit. Disasi, Badiashile. We've seen these players. You can throw 40 mil at a wall, and how often it does not stick, how often it just slides down, 9 times out of 10. But Tosin Adarabioyo on a free, I saw someone earlier say, Tosin's turning into our Silva. Tosin is the new Silva. Look, that's the second time I can remember off the top of my head he's saved us with an incredibly important block. It's not the first time he's put in a serious block. I can't remember who the other one was against. Brighton, maybe? Someone like that. But it was a game we were clinging on. Tosin made a crucial block. And look, this just goes to show how important experience is. Because I think 9 times out of 10, we don't hold on to that lead. This Chelsea team, this naive, inexperienced Chelsea team, very rarely hold on to those leads. When we're under the cosh, when we are getting put under it, when we are getting put to the sword, no matter who it's against, mid-table team, lower team, top 6, we struggle the same. We crumble the same. And today, I was very impressed at how we didn't crumble. And yes, it was touch and go for a minute, and it took virtually a goal line clearance, a goal line block from Tosin to save us. But on the whole, I think the defence did hold their own. So I think all those green ratings, very, very fair. And Cucurella, again, today, look, I mean, he's turned into the most consistent left-back in the Premier League. This is a guy I hated and still don't really like. I'll be honest. I don't like his style of play. I don't like how he goes down all the time. He's a very theatrical guy. He plays up to the crowd, and I'm not really about that. I kind of want my players to be a little bit more old-fashioned, you know, get on with it and go, be hard in your challenge, stop rolling around and, you know, shave your fucking hair at the end of the day. But he's been superb this season. For all that I give him stick for all that I hate him, for all the negatives I draw out about Marc Cucurella, he's been sublime this season. Consistency, unparalleled. As Malo Gusto was our most consistent defender last season, and I think Marc Cucurella, it really turned around for him in the second half of the season. I think it was a couple of games against Brighton. It was a game against Brighton where he came in, and I was thinking, this is the one. He's going to come in. He's going to lose us the game. And he came out and had a sterling performance, unbelievable performance. And ever since that, he's looked a real top quality player. And again tonight, even when he doesn't do much to shout about, I mean, he does the inverted role so well. His positioning's fantastic. He gets up and helps with the attacks, even though he's not the most clinical player in the box. He's not the one that you want the ball to be landing on his head. You want it to be on Jackson or somebody else. But at the same time, he's another body in the box. He creates problems. He makes the defenders think about something. He gives them something to think about rather than, oh my God, right, okay, I'm going to be tight on Jackson all game. You got, oh my God, I got him coming in left, but him coming in back post, him coming in near post. Marc Cucurella creates chaos, confusion. And this is a Chelsea team that at the moment thrives on chaos, confusion, fast attacks, transitions, open games. When it closes down, when teams sit back, Chelsea have how many years have Chelsea struggled to break down low blocks? It's not a this season thing. It's not a Maresca thing. It's not a this Chelsea team thing. It's been going on for 10, 15, 20 years. It's been a thing for a long, long time. We do struggle. We don't really play the most expansive football. But then under Maresca, when we do, and again today, when the game opens up, that's when we look dangerous. And I know that's when, that's fairly easy to say. When teams are playing counter-attacking and you've got your best 3 or 4 attacking players on the ball, of course you're going to look a little bit more dangerous. But we don't look like a threat when we are passing side to side, looking to break those lines. Really devoid of creativity today in in long periods of the game, really struggling to find that pass to unlock that space. And that is why, honestly, I think letting João Felix go is going to come back and bite us. When Cole Palmer gets injured, because there's no way he can stay injury-free his entire career. I don't think this season, but no way he can stay injury-free his entire career. But when Cole Palmer gets injured, are you, off the back of today's performance, and I know it's a bit unfair to say, but off the back of today's performance, are you happy with Nkunku coming in to finish that role? Because I would much rather João Felix. I would much rather, in a central role, when you're looking for someone to unlock doors, I'd rather Carney Chukwuemeka at the moment. These are 2 players that we've let go and we're looking to potentially replace. We're looking for a similar profile in this January transfer window of a centre mid that can unlock doors, that can find that pass. That is João Felix. That is Carney Chukwuemeka. Molds of Cole Palmer. Shades of Cole Palmer. And I do think so many times this window, I've said the phrase, cutting our nose off to spite our face. And I do think letting João Felix go, I think in a game like today, that's when you bring João Felix on. And somebody mentioned it in the comments. Superb to see the early substitutions today. It did feel like at halftime, he kind of looked like he had made that decision and said, you know what, if something doesn't change by 50, 60 minutes, we're changing it. And, Jackson looked upset when he came off, but he didn't really do. I mean, this hold-up play again, solid in the first half. He's not... I was going to say he's not making the runs. It was difficult to judge him off that today because I don't think he was particularly negative. He didn't really get much service, and some of his little flicks were fantastic. Some of his balls out to Madueke, brilliant. He does carry the attack well. He just isn't... When we're pinging balls into the box, he's just not that number 9 that is getting about, getting in front of his man and planting his head on the ball. And that's the profile that we need. It's come to, as much as I've backed Nkunku and Jackson this entire season and said, look, give them the time. And I mean, barring something spectacular in the next 44 minutes, obviously I know we're in transfer deadline day as well. So I will still try and keep up to date with all of the transfers going on. This is my reminder to turn my phone off Do Not Disturb, because I've got obviously all of Fabrizio and David Ornstein's updates coming through. So if anything Chelsea related comes through, I will let you know, and we will get onto that in about maybe 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, tackling the game for now. I think it did just show that Chelsea, with the fact that our squad has got thinner this January, I think we've made a little bit of oversight in letting a couple of these players go, and it will come back to hurt us in a couple of, in later stages of this season, personally. David, appreciate you joining, bro. A bit of both. I think lucky, but we deserved our luck. I think we worked hard for our luck. I think we won our luck today. Over the course of a season, it balances itself out. And I think we've been unlucky overall this season. But today, I think the ref had an absolute stinker, both sides, giving fouls, yellow cards to both sides that shouldn't have been. Irving got away with a couple, cheeky bastard, just pulling players back left, right and centre. Could have got about 4 yellow cards for stopping attacks. But yeah, I think overall on the balance of it, in the second half particularly, we deserved it. I thought the first 45 was diabolical. I think it was night and day, the first and second half, which, normally it was the other way around under the Pochettino. And multiple times this season as well, we've seen Chelsea start so well, so brightly in the first half and then just kind of die off in the second half, just kind of really peter out quietly. But not the case today. Aptly, as I've just talked about transfers, I've just had a thingy. So not only have AC Milan, Chelsea and João Felix signed all documents for the loan deal. But Tottenham have reached a total agreement to sign Matthias Tel from Bayern Munich on loan until the summer. Oh, with an option to buy. 55 mil on a 6-year contract. Not bad. I mean, I don't know what changed from him turning him down face to face. If a 19-year-old, if I was Daniel Levy, if I'd flown to Bayern Munich, if I put my deal on the table and he said, yeah, that looks good, and I'd flown to Bayern Munich to get the deal done, and this 19-year-old kid had gone, yeah, you know what? I got other options, mate. I'd rather not. Thanks, though. I would have gone, right, okay, you know what? Fuck you. Fair enough. Left. If he calls me back in 3 days and goes, Gaffer, is that offer still on the table? Are you fucking joking? Nah. That offer is not available, son. You did not want us. We do not want you. Signing a player that don't want you is nuts. Is nuts to me. So good luck. Best of luck to him. I think he will do well. And I said also Tottenham was the best place for him in terms of game time. But yeah. How you can reject a man face to face and then call him back and say, is that offer still on the table? Crazy to me. But let's get back to Chelsea. So centre and midfield. After a couple of little performances where he was slightly off the boil, it's good to see Moises Caicedo back to virtually his best. He does the dirty work. He does the little bits that go unnoticed. Some of the challenges he makes are so important, and he has no right to win them either. I've said this before, I'll say it again. He gets pulled up on 3-4 challenges a game that he wins because the ref is genuinely, you do not fathom, you do not understand how it's physically possible for him to win the ball. He shouldn't be able to win the ball, but he does. But refs just don't get it, so they pull him up for fouls. And he got done for, again, like 3 or 4 of them today. But the guy is just such a workhorse, and I really do think that midfield pairing of Enzo and Caicedo has legs. I think you have the best of both players. I think in terms of an attacking midfielder and a defensive midfielder, Caicedo protects, sweeps, does the screening role in front of the back four, and obviously allows Enzo Fernandez a little bit of protection to go forward and to dictate play himself. Enzo Fernandez is best when he is behind the ball, dictating play. I've said it so many times before on this stream, on other streams. I've said it countless times. Enzo Fernandez needs to be the one dictating play, needs to be the one. He's our metronome. He needs to be the one that is orchestrating everything going forward in the attacking third. And he was doing that today and getting the runs. He was making those late runs. And that's what we wanted. That's for so long Chelsea fans have been saying. He's got all the attributes. He's got all the elements of a midfielder. But what he doesn't do is arrive in the box late like Frank Lampard used to do. That's how Frank Lampard got over 200 goals for Chelsea. Just arriving late, just waiting for the right opportunity, be in the right place at the right time. And then when the ball arrives, get your head over it and fucking stick it through it from the edge of the box. That's all you need to do. And Enzo did that a few times today and created a goal. He created the Neto goal from getting in amongst it. When we see Enzo Fernandez get in amongst it, he's so much more dangerous. He is so much more a threat. And even though he's not a massive goal threat, you know, he doesn't score many goals. He's not a fantastic shooter. You know, he's not getting the ball on the edge of the box and you're saying ping it. You're still saying look for Cole Palmer. But Enzo Fernandez, I think, did a superb job tonight. He really encapsulated that box-to-box, hard-working midfielder. And yeah, I think he carries the ball so well. I don't think we can overlook how good he is at distributing and picking the tempo of play. And when he's got Caicedo as that screen, that layer of protection behind him, that SPF 50 behind him, he doesn't need to worry. I mean, he's good at the defensive stuff. As a South American, he's gritty. He loves a tackle. We know he can get, he gets a bit carried away, but we know he can do that side of the game. It's not his forte. It's not his best attribute, but we know he can do that. But I feel like those two both complement each other so well. And I don't know whether you really need a third midfielder in there to balance it out. Someone like Andre Santos, if you're going to play a 4-3-3. I personally think they are good enough in the long term to be able to do those jobs and then have Cole Palmer as the 10, floating and being with the attackers. I know we dropped a lot of money and there's a lot of expectation, but I genuinely see such high ceilings for both Caicedo and Enzo. They're both still so young, 21, 22 years old. Like, they have so much time on their side. These players don't hit their peak for another 5-6 years. We are blessed to have these players stockpiled. Maybe they need a little element of something, an Andre Santos, someone in there to just connect them, to tie it all together. But, that requires a change in formation. Cole Palmer ain't going nowhere. Sancho ain't going nowhere. Neto ain't going nowhere for me. The only player going somewhere for me. And I can't believe he's got a higher rating than Sancho on here. Madueke. I was not impressed with Madueke today. First half, I thought he looked all right. But a couple of times, and people have said this in the comments before, so big up you. Also, while I'm in the comments, big up Gabriel, Omar Phoenix, Taylor, Amir, Seb. I was going to say Taylor again there. Everyone there. Yeah, Willian back to Fulham. How good's that? Everyone was like, oh, he's at the bridge today. Don't tell me that's our last minute marquee panic buy, but Willian back to Fulham. Yeah, good to see him back in the Premier League. But yeah, fantastic to see him back at the bridge today. I wonder how Fulham fans feel about that. Gone back to watch Chelsea before signing for you. Nuts. But yeah, interesting that Madueke has been given a higher rating than Sancho. I would disagree. I think Sancho looked a little bit more dangerous. Maybe less. Maybe he created a bit less. Maybe Madueke in that first half created a bit more. Maybe that's why he's been given it. I'm just trying to kind of think, because I don't want to be too harsh on him. I think he was all right throughout the majority of the game, but it's just when he loses the ball and he can't be asked to track back and he throws his hands up, and when he gets fouled, he thinks he's fucking Messi, giving it to, he's kicked, he's given, bruv, he's just nicked you. You ain't that good. Come on, get up, play on, stay humble. As Haaland said, stay humble. I just think, yeah, Madueke has so much I love, so much talent, so much quality, so much I can get behind, but just the attitude, the ego, man, it's becoming increasingly clear, becoming increasingly obvious that this guy knows he's the GOAT, thinks he's the GOAT, thinks. Art is art, talking about Moana. Yeah, obviously. Disrespecting Moana. Disrespecting Hawaiian heritage and culture. Shame on you. That was nowhere in the comments, by the way. Yeah. Hey up, sunshine. Abdi, whilst Al Jorgensen played earlier, Lemon said he was the best player. Neto, Enzo, Palmer, best players today, and Tosin with Jorgensen. Yeah, I said, what are you saying, Seb? You good, bro? I said before the game, I think Palmer needs to have a flashy game today. And we started to see that, he was doing the couple little flicks and tricks straight off the bat. And I thought, you know what, it's going to be a showy performance from him today. We've been missing that. One of those 2-goal, 2-assist, calm down, talk to the crowd, Cole Palmer performances. We didn't quite get that today, but I think it was a very, very good performance, individual performance from a player that I've been critical of in the last couple of weeks for not stepping up when Chelsea have had tough moments. And today he did step up. He was obviously the one that was picking the pass, was threading the needle in and around the box. You know what it is. He's always going to be that guy. I can't tell you how many times he's saved this team, how many points he has won this club, how many times this guy has saved me from fucking jumping onto the road. And honestly, we as Chelsea fans owe Cole Palmer so much. Genuinely, yeah, unbelievable player. Just pray nothing happens to him, because the fact that we've let João Felix go, it's techie. It's, and Nkunku, I wasn't impressed with him today off the left. And I even said in my match preview today, I would have started Nkunku. I straight up would have started Nkunku. I would have said to him, you know what, and I stand by what I said with Jackson's performance. I would have said to him, look, if you've decided not to go this window, we're not signing a striker in the next 2 hours. Here's your gauntlet, lay it down. Do you want to start in this Chelsea team or not? And I feel like Nkunku may have been able to do a little bit much, a little bit more than Jackson. He's a better player when he's in tight spaces. I don't know. It's just one of those where I'm like, he's been given the opportunity, earlier substitution, a little bit more minutes. And then when, we're carrying the ball forward in the latter stages, Chelsea fans winning you on, he turns back. And he just, So many of these Chelsea players look like they kind of don't want to make the wrong decision and don't rate the wrong pass. And in being conservative, they subconsciously make the wrong decision. So it is frustrating, but fingers crossed, he will continue to build minutes. And in the absence of João Felix, and fingers crossed Palmer does not get injured, hopefully Nkunku will be a big part of this team in the second half of the season and prove to Maresca why he should stay, why we shouldn't sell him in the summer. But yeah, I agree. Somebody else is Neto man of the match. Neto changed the game when he came on. He was doubled up the whole time, did very, very well. He went at his players a bit more, at his man a little bit more, which is kind of what I like. I'd expect that from a winger coming on with 20 minutes to go when your manager goes, right, okay, we're looking to you, go and make something happen. You haven't really got a choice. But also his delivery is sublime. I think he probably put in 1 or 2 crosses to Madueke's 10. And Neto's, the quality of delivery, sublime for the goal that he scored, that Cucurella headed. Like that ball was unbelievable. The weight on the ball, the trajectory, the pace, everything about that ball was perfect. And thank God Mark Yu didn't get his head on it. Oh, also we need to check on Mark Yu. Hope he's not injured. Obviously, looked like he might have pulled something when he stretched there. Oh, camera's gone. Looked like he might have pulled something when he stretched there at the in the last stages. But fingers crossed he's all right. And yeah, Jackson, fairly not really much to say about Jackson. I just think he's trying, he works unbelievably hard. It's clearly not coming off for him at the moment. He didn't really get any chances in front of goal today, so I don't think he's going to get proper slagged off, but again, he just needs a goal. He needs to get back in the goals, needs to get his confidence back up. He does look like he's a little bit he's tired of it. He's starting to throw his arms up. Whereas before, he was wanting to go again. He was chasing it down. He was hungry. Now he's kind of a little bit more, happier to throw in the towel. But in the first half, I thought he was fantastic. I think the link-up play, again, he brings the team together. He ties that whole team together. The attacking moves, I think he brings it all together so well. He brings other players into play. And unfortunately, he doesn't get the assists. And yeah, Gabriel, you've just said it there. His delivery, when he puts in a great pass or when he gives, a fantastic, put something on a plate for somebody else, they miss. And the amount of times, the amount of assists that Jackson could have had, and the amount of I hate the term, but pre-assists, Jackson getting moves started with fantastic moves on the half turn, getting attacks going from the halfway line. Yeah, there's no one that can do that in this Chelsea team quite like him. Even Cole Palmer, I don't think, can do that quite like him. It's a very specific trait that Jackson has. But yeah, he didn't do badly for me today. But yeah, not enough again, I guess. But yeah, that free kick, yeah, I don't understand. Do not understand, Gabriel, how Arriola got across that quickly to save that. Seb, what are you saying, bro? I see you in the comments, my G, but you keep saying yo. You got to say something, my guy. I can only say yo back to you so many times. No, don't read my chat, brother. Put it in the chat. I'm on stream, bro. I'm trying to read your chat. You're just saying yo. My guy. Lemon, where you at? Bro, I gave you a big shout out when I hit 10K, I was on stream and I was shouting at everyone, bro. But Lemon and OMG. Lemon got a personal apology as well. Because I banned him from the stream a couple of weeks ago. I didn't ban him. I just put him in a timeout for 5 minutes. Innit, Gabriel, what's this guy on? I'm here, Seb. I sound like a cartoon. I sound like someone from The Simpsons there. Gabriel, there's only so much I can do for this guy. Oh my God, right. Anyway, do we disagree with any of those team ratings? And who was your man of the match today? I've already seen people say Neto. I think Neto for me. Yeah, I think Neto came on and made the difference. Let's see what he got on FootMob. Let's see what it is. Oh shit, I've just opened Spotify. Fuck you off. Fuck you off, man. Oh, shit, I have. Right, let's do it on the phone because that's long. Oh, there's loads of stuff going on. Oh, Matisse Amugu has just signed his contract at Chelsea. All signed also between clubs. 15 million euros plus sell-on clause for deal done from Saint Etienne as French talent. Well, it's always good when you sign a player with a sell-on clause because you know for a fact the intention is to fucking sell him. Look, we watched the comp in the preview in the deadline day stream I did previously. He looks all right. He don't look nothing special. Fucking chair legs doing my head in. He doesn't look anything special. But look, what can you expect from a 19-year-old Saint Etienne squad player? Why we've decided to spend more money on him when we've just sold Casadei for exactly the same amount of money is beyond me. It's beyond me. I do not know. It beats me, gentlemen. It beats me. But yeah, we've got 25 minutes until the end of that. What are you lot saying? There's only a few of you in the there's only a few of you in the chat. What are we saying? Stay until the end of the deadline day? 25 minutes? Might as well. Might as well. Might as well. Why not? Even if we're not doing too much. You know what it is. We'll stay on stream for 25 minutes. Oh, who else is moving? Matthias Tell signed his contract at Tottenham, buy option included in the loan agreement, chance to trigger the clause for 60 million euros in the summer. Good signing, as I said. Tyrell Malacia has arrived in Holland to proceed in talks with PSV Eindhoven. Isn't that the guy that has not played for Manchester United in 2 years? How the fuck is he going on loan? He's injured. Noah Okafor. New Napoli player. Interesting. He's a good player. That's a good signing. I always find it interesting when players go from Italian Champions League club to Italian Champions League club. They all like to. It's a bit incestuous over there, isn't it? What did you say about the game today, Seb? Talk to me. Go on. There's still time. We're still talking about the game, broski. Talk to me about the game. Yep, Disasi gone as well. I mean, it's not confirmed, but yeah, looks like Disasi to Aston Villa. I've got rid of the chair legs, but I really need them. Yeah, interesting that we're just sending all of our players out on loan. I don't know. 5 mil loan fee. It all seems very money based. 5 mil loan fee for Disasi, 5 mil loan fee for Renato Vega, 5 mil loan fee for João Felix. It seems like we're just trying to recoup as much money as possible. Like these men are being really, really shrewd with the business. It's so funny that just everyone's rejecting Tottenham. Enzo Fernandez gave his shorts to a fan. What? Hold on. Yeah, Gary Neville's such a cunt, isn't he? Genuinely just an actual twat. How do they let him commentate Chelsea games? It's criminal. Moises Caicedo's game by numbers versus West Ham. 59 out of 60 passes completed, 98%. 10 final third entries. That sounds a bit fruity. 7 duels won, 5 tackles, 3 accurate long balls, 2 possession won, 1 chance created, 1 block, 0 times dribble past. That's a hell of a heat map as well. That is a nuts heat map. Where's the focus? That's nuts. If it was Bukayo Saka, it'd just be up in the corner. Chelsea, who are we signing?
Young boys. So white people like that.
Oh, okay.
Chukwuemeka,
This fucking
get to know
upsets
him a lot
me.
as a person and as a player. He's a top guy. So yeah, when we tried to speak, we can speak, on Snapchat or. Hello, Jamie.
Ugh, that was free. That was
my
so weird.
I need Chukwuemeka.
Listen to
Get
this.
to know him a lot as a person and
Listen
as a
to this
player.
transfer
He's a top
announcement.
guy. So yeah, when we tried to speak, we can speak,
I said,
on
hello,
Snapchat
Jamie.
or IG or stuff like this. Yeah, it's a top guy. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. The fuck was that? Fruity as hell, bro. I don't even want you back in the club no more. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh, Beyonce, fine. God, Arsenal fans are just embarrassing, aren't they? Gu was superb. Yeah, Mark Gu. I question a lot of the Chelsea strikers that go out, and I think it's a bit harsh. Like David Washington, obviously we signed him from Santos. He's being sent back to Santos already, but he never looked like he made an impression. But Mark Gu seems to have really made an impression on Enzo Maresca, and I think a lot of it comes from his work rate. I think genuinely he's a talented player, and he will score goals because of his talent. Obviously, being brought up and being taught how to play football at La Masia won't hurt anybody. But it's just his natural instinct, his natural ability. Like I said earlier, it's the box presence. If he's in the box in that first half, he probably puts one of them away. Jackson just ain't that guy. He's just not that natural finisher, natural poacher. But yeah, his work rate is sensational, but it is always chasing something down. He's always working for the team. That's the difference between him and Nkunku. When Nkunku comes on, he's a fantastic player. Like technical ability off the charts. I think probably the best in the squad with João Felix gone. But Gu just works so fucking hard. Something's going to break for him. It's like Madueke. Even when Madueke is playing a bit better than Neto. Neto, for me, just has so much more work rate over him. And it's like, this guy is going to get things happen for him out of his work rate. And also the Chelsea fans appreciate it so much more. Because you could tell they don't like Madueke. They were getting on a lot of players' case today. Right, Seb, you finally put your comments in. Cucurella has improved after the Euros, become the best left back in the Premier League this season. And Tosin's so good today, can be our new Silver. Yeah, I'd say best left back in the Premier League this season is not far off. I mean, Anthony Robinson's been up there, but yeah, I'd say Cucurella very, very close. I mean, in terms of consistency, 100%, I think he's been the most consistent player in our back line for sure. And Tosin as well, yeah. As we were saying earlier, Tosin's a player that I kind of was neither here nor there on when he first came in, but he has sold me with these two blocks that he's made, that one tonight and the one in the previous game, whenever it was. But yeah, some big blocks from Tosin. He's really, really helping us out in terms of the experience at the back, the leadership, seeing us out, seeing us through big games, seeing them out when we do need those important 3 points. And tonight's 3 points, cannot understate how important that was. We're back in the top 4 now. We're back above Man City. We're back above Newcastle. Somehow, 2 points above Man City and Newcastle. We're 4 points off Forest and 7 off Arsenal. After the last 2 months that we've had, that ain't bad. And look, top 4 is always the goal. You can kid yourself all you want. You can try and gaslight yourself all you want. Top 4 was always going to be the maximum goal for today. 16 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Brighton have made a late push to sign Tommy Watson from Sunderland, but have run out of time. What? There's still 15 minutes. Go on, 2 signings for Gillingham. Oh, Cool, I almost fucking shit myself there. Gordon joins Portsmouth on loan. I was going to say, Anthony's had a shocker there. Doesn't look like Chelsea are going to pull out any last minute signings. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, what the fuck? I don't even want to. Yeah, I don't even want to know. What the fuck? I don't even want to say what I've just witnessed. Right. What are you saying in the comments? By the way, Gu plays. I can feel he's a finisher because he's only played like 9 games. Yeah, he does look like he's got that instinct. If Felix didn't leave Chelsea on loan, if Palmer gets injured, we've got a backup for Palmer. I mean, Nkunku is obviously the backup, but it's not great that, we don't have the deepest of depths in terms of attacking midfielders now that we've got rid of Chukwuemeka as well. Does seem strange to get rid of Chukwuemeka and João Felix in a day and not bring in a single replacement. Not that we need a replacement. Why let them fucking go? Be on me. Yeah, it's obviously not going to happen. I think from what I saw in the last couple of days, they said they've kind of postponed the search till summer, which I can understand. People, more achievable targets, cheaper prices. Yeah, I think summer is the way to go. If you want to get a proper striker, it's going to be tough to do it in January because nobody wants to let their top goal scorer, their best striker, go in the middle of the season. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for an elite striker. So, I think Gyökeres in the summer, I think is the one. I think, he's not got that Amorim connection now. He's still banging goals and he's doing it at a more competitive level than Osimhen. He's also on much lower wages than Osimhen, probably cost less than Osimhen. Yeah, I think Gyökeres is the one. Look, if I could sign a striker, any striker, Alexander Isak. 10 times out of 10, not a question. I would go for Isak. But you're looking at 200 mil. Realistically, 150 plus, but you're looking at 200 mil for Newcastle to sell Alexander Isak to another Premier League team. It ain't going to happen. Let's be realistic. I mean, you got Victor Boniface, but if he's already weighing up a move to Saudi Arabia, I'm not sure if his heart's still in the game anymore. John Duran, give him a season in Saudi Arabia. If he's still bagging, go back in for him. Liam Delap, haven't been sold by him this year. Evan Ferguson, West Ham shows his ambition. Matthias Tell, Tottenham shows his ambition. Yeah, I mean, Sesko. But again, I feel like Sesko's a risk. I don't feel like Sesko's an out-and-out, proven. He's going to come in and... Sorry, fuck yeah. He's going to come in and start bagging straight away. I think Gyökeres is well, if you're narrowing it down by trial and error, it's kind of what you got left. If you've got a kind of work within the parameters of Chelsea's wage structure and age as well. I mean, they're never going to go for Harry Kane. Never, ever in a million years would they bring in a 30-year-old or 32 or whatever he is, ex-Tottenham. Enzo Maresca on Nicholas Jackson and Mark Yu. Nico and Mark both said to me they are okay, so hopefully no one is injured. Yeah. Enzo Maresca on changing his goalkeeper. In this moment, Robert Sanchez needs rest, and Philip Jorgensen was very good. Oh, Enzo Maresca on any late transfers. You never know. We'll see. You never know what happens in the window. I mean, there's 12 minutes left, bro. What was the other weird sign that happened? Didn't Emmanuel Dennis go somewhere? Hold on. Let me find this. All right, now says that Mark, you needed helping down the tunnel, so. Pedro Neto on his celebration. We are a big club. When you win, you are the best, and when you lose, you are the worst. So it's about working and being consistent and showing what we can do. To win trophies, you know you have to suffer. We are here to suffer and do our best and to finish in the top places. Good answer. Good lad. Great performance today. Apparently, Chelsea, apparently Gu did go down the tunnel looking very upset. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what's happened in the last 2 minutes, but my body clock has just turned off. Fucking knackered, mate. Okay, Borussia Dortmund I was enjoying their Twitter earlier, but then they tweeted that fruity ass Carney video, and now they tweeted it's a British ting, innit? Stop. Also, yeah, how Colwell didn't get pulled up for that challenge on Bowen for the first goal. Nuts. Ugh. I would I would not be happy if I was a West Ham fan. If I was a West Ham player, I wouldn't have been happy at that. I said the ref had a stinker. I thought the ref was awful today. Sesko for 40, maybe. I mean, 40 is fucking shillings in today's market, mate. So, yeah, 40 mil, I'm not really going to turn anyone down. Osimhen for 40 mil too. I don't think so, unfortunately. I think they will play into him going over to Galatasaray, getting game time and scoring. They will try and play that up in his price tag. Yeah. I don't know. It's a sticky one with Osimhen for me. I've always been very hit and miss. I was kind of bang on him for 6 months, but yeah, I just don't know. Maybe I was a bit gung-ho. Maybe he's not the best idea. Who knows? But yeah. Let's have another check. 9 minutes. Oh, this time is going fucking slow, isn't it? Watching this clock. Oh, Enzo, Moises Caicedo got man of the match from the Prem. Fair enough, Mush. Jacob Wright leaves Man City and joins Norwich City. Oh my God. These deadline day moves are getting worse. How the fuck is this deadline day? This is shit. Sign a player. I don't know what I'm expecting, to be honest. I don't think we're going to announce this player in the next 12 minutes. And I don't think anything else is going to happen, to be honest. 8 minutes, even. 8 minutes till the end of transfer deadline day. Potter gives verdict on... I don't care about fucking Graham Potter. Yeah, João Felix is in Milan, so that is done, and done. Yeah, I mean, ugh. Fairly shit deadline day, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, the way that Maresca answered that question 10 minutes ago makes me think that something might happen, like a last minute fucking Rafa Leao or something out of left field, out of absolutely nowhere. I imagine that. Imagine the first transfer that Fabrizio doesn't hear a word about, and it's not a João Felix to Chelsea, it's a João Felix Rafa Leao swap move. João Felix Pulisic swap move. João Felix Ruben Loftus-Cheek swap move. Tammy Abraham swap move. Why are there so many Chelsea players in AC Milan? Is Giroud? No, he's in MLS now, isn't he? I'd take Giroud at Chelsea. I'll tell you that for fucking free. I would take Giroud in a heartbeat. If we could sign Olivier Giroud for the next 6 months, I think we'd be sorted. Number 9 box presence. Not a better number 9 box presence on this planet, mate. Olivier Giroud is and will always be him. Right, I am struggling to make it to 11 o'clock, so 1 more minute. Oh, good. See, this is what we need. Right, leave our Colwell with a good Instagram caption. This is what we need from Robert Sanchez every time he fucks up. Terrible mistake from me today, but I'll bounce back stronger, and that's why you need top players to bail you out. Massive points tonight. Let's go Blues. Straight away taking accountability. He's, 19, 20 years old? And yet Robert Sanchez, 27-year-old man, cannot take accountability for a single mistake he makes. Fucking donkey, man. But yeah, we'll leave it on that. A positive note to end a positive night. And, you know, in 5 minutes, you might see me all over the Instagram screaming about a new signing. So, yeah. Take the... Make sure you follow at Two Blues Podcast on the Instagram and TikTok as well. Don't go anywhere. Stay active for the next 10 minutes. But yeah, we're going to close this off. Appreciate every single person that's joined us. Gabriel, Lemon, Seb, Amir, Abdi, everyone else as well. David. Appreciate you, my guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Please, if you haven't, thumbs up. At least 5 of you watching, which means there should be at least 5 likes when I come off the stream. But yeah, appreciate you lot. We will be back tomorrow, Two Blues Tuesday, as normal. Doing myself and Charms, doing our weekly roundup, 6:30 till 7:30. Nico Gonzalez contract at Man City signed tonight. So yeah, we will cover any last minute transfers that we didn't get to cover just yet. We will cover in tomorrow's stream. But yeah, appreciate everybody sticking around till the late night. It's been an uneventful deadline day, but you know what? We'll go through properly tomorrow and rank Chelsea's window, talk about all the transfers individually, rank them, and see what we could have done more. But yeah, love you lot. Till next time.